beetles and butterflies. I hope that you're flapping your wings all around the world. Let me tell you, baby, I have someone very, very, very special here. He was actually introduced to me by his cousin.
Yes.
And I'm going to let him introduce himself, and then we'll just have a conversation as usual.
I'm formerly Dimitriaus Peterson. Some people call me Michi. Some people call me Blower. In Houston, I'm a human staple. Got a little history behind me. My record company is Straight Lace artists that I signed, like K. Ruger got signed to Def Jam, which committed suicide in '04. My artist King Hendrix, Kilo Santana. So I've actually been in the music business for a long time. So I'm, like, again, my company Straight Lace. If anybody's from here, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. And what else? Because you know.
Which part?
So I know you as Big Meech. So when she
well, let me rephrase, because I had to keep saying that I'm Lil Meech, because Big Meech got a problem, so I'm Lil Meech.
Okay.
Or the original Meech, let me say that, because I've been here before him.
So when you say Big Meech got a problem,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
I mean, we know what the social medias is saying about the Big Screech and all that stuff. I'm not putting the tag on him, but I've been in that system, and I've read the paperwork, and I'm understanding the complexity of the level a man is, because I'm also a level of that man. And the way I read the paperwork, where he sits at in that paperwork, is impossible for him not to have done what they say he did.
Okay. So is that the gentleman? Because I did look you up, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I'm not interviewing him.
Okay, you got BMF.
No, I didn't get him.
Uh-huh.
It was another Demetrius where he had essayed a little girl, and I'm not interviewing him.
No.
I got sick reading it.
No, that's I. If you Google my name, mine is Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Dimitri.
And I looked at that.
Yeah,
it was a different spelling.
Yeah, I seen that too. One day I looked it up. But that was the state. I went to the feds.
Ooh, you big time.
No, I ain't.
The feds is big time, y'all.
Actually, back in the days before I ever went there, what the narrative that they said about the federal prison system, that's not there no more. It's the state. They're basically taking these little kids with these robberies, these ATM machines. Mm-hmm. It's the state now. There's no value of the inmates in there.
But I heard that federal prison was like a piece of cake. Like,
nah, that's
really?
Yeah. Now, certain places you go to. Now, I went to
wait a minute, y'all play tennis and racquetball?
No. Well, you can. Let me
really?
rephrase that. But it's not club fed. Speaking of back in the day, the club fed when the mafia was around. The feds now, like at the camps, they do have the racquetballs, the tennis, and all that, but it's totally different. You know what I'm saying? It's not club fed.
Okay. So I know that it was Operation Wrecking Ball.
Yeah.
Why did they call it that?
I don't know where the narrative came from around the case, but of course they was planning they was going to tear down the organization. So I think that's more or less where that came from, because I didn't know where the narrative came from myself.
Okay. But you were a big wig. You were like in command, black man in command with the Mexicans.
Yeah, they had me tied into the situation. And, placed me in leadership role. Of course, even over the Mexicans that was giving me the drugs, But of course, it's because I didn't snitch, And again, it was 47 Hispanic, Mexican, Colombians, and Dominicans, and 9 black guys. And of course, like I say, they did have me in leadership role, but it's a story behind me and those people.
So why you, of all people, in leadership role?
Well, they've been chasing, the feds out of Louisiana and Texas been chasing me since 2000, and Virginia jumped in 2005.
Oh, you were big time.
I guess you can say that. I just call it supporting my family.
So I have to ask you this. Did you and I know you probably can't answer this truthfully.
Well, I mean, I really can because I paid my debt to society.
Okay, so did you hide money like for when you came home?
Well, I have a nice support system. Nah, they took a lot.
Really?
Yeah, they took a lot.
Well, I read because I did do a little research.
Yeah, they took a lot.
Like 500,000.
Well, that was one.
Right?
That was back in 05.
Okay.
You know, this case was 2019.
Okay.
So in 05, I ended up getting in trouble in Alabama in 2012. Okay. So that was that run. Okay. You know, and then I got out in 2012. Well, I got in trouble in Alabama in 2008, but I got out in 2012. And this last one was from 2012 to 2019. Okay. So it was a different level of the game. Of course, you know, every time I failed and came back, I came back on a different level. Okay. So
you went higher each time.
Yes.
You know what? So I liked this drug dealer, right? Mm-hmm. Back in Philly, big time drug dealing. And I remember being at his house, right? Mm-hmm. And someone knocked on the door and everyone jumped and they got these big dogs. Mm-hmm. Rottweilers out. Mm-hmm. Last time I saw them.
That's funny. So that was enough for you.
Oh, I knew I could not do that because I didn't want somebody running up on me. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to get killed, you know, on the cuff, just being at the wrong place, wrong time, or a target.
Well, you know, on that situation, when I say there's levels to the game and levels to this stuff, that situation that you was in, that level was kind of below me.
Oh, okay. You was in a penthouse because I tell people be in the penthouse, baby.
Yeah, I didn't. I was not accessible to everybody.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I was not accessible. A lot of people know me. They don't know me. They know of me. Okay. And they've heard the legends, the myths, the stories. Okay. And so that's how that goes with me. I wasn't in that type of environment. Okay. Now I went through that phase, you know, because it's a level to get to where I was. So I went through that phase, but I've been out that phase since 2005.
Wow. So did you have like a mansion? Like, and I'm not trying to glorify what you did, but
I had a couple of them.
I ain't gonna lie. I tell people if you gonna do it big. Go big or go
that was
home.
the way I was. You know, my thing is when I first fell into the game, that was my whole ideology. Okay. You know, ain't no need of me sticking my toe in the water. You're gonna get the same consequences.
Right.
So you know, I just jumped in all the way up to my neck.
Were you ever afraid of your life and your family's life?
No, because I moved different. Okay. You know, people from the streets don't come to my house.
Right, but then
and it was a total separation.
But when you're even with the big time people, right? Like just me looking at different television shows and movies.
Fiction.
Okay.
Fiction.
Okay.
I told somebody on one of the other interviews I had, I can't watch BMF and I can't watch Power. Okay. Because it's a difference when people don't really know that life. Okay. And they watching that, they're fascinated and they believe. Okay. But when you've lived that life, you can look at that and filter like that don't even make sense. Okay.
To be honest, like literally I was glued to BMF especially. Yeah. I liked it, but I didn't like it. I liked it, but not for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I make a lot of sense.
Like, women like men with power. Yeah. Well, you know, they like, ooh, I like him so.
But you know, that was more of entertainment. Now, I don't take nothing away from Michi, but I was on that same level. Okay. So that's why I say I don't take nothing from him of his life and how he handled his thing, but I know people that knew him from Detroit and all that stuff, and I know I done bumped into a bunch of people, you know, in the system, and like I tell people, he only had a 2-year run on me. Okay. When he popped up for 2 years, he was gone after 2 years. I've been doing this since I was in high school.
So you were 14 when you started?
When someone used me as a mule. Yes,
yes, I saw that. Yeah. And I was like, okay, but at 14, like, you weren't afraid for your life? Like,
well, at that time, no, I was basically used as a mule. Okay. So it wasn't even, at that time, I didn't really know what was going on. I ain't really stepped up into the game with understanding until I was probably about 16. Okay. And I actually started selling drugs. Okay. And then I went to jail at 17, my first time got out on probation, stayed out on probation again.
Okay.
Then I fell in the game.
Okay.
And that's when it really started. But 14, that was a situation where, like I say, a family member used me as a mule. It was basically using me unknowingly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, were there like highs and lows of selling, drug trafficking? Like, were you like, damn, I'm gonna go get this Bentley now, or you know, like, it's fascinating to me and other women, to be honest.
Well, I went through that phase from when I got out of jail in 1997. I had my longest run, which was all the way to 2008.
Okay.
And I did that was what I was on: the jewelry and the cars, the Lamborghinis, the Bentley flying Spurs, the Rolls Royces, the Ferraris, I was on that, the jewelry, the Rolexes, the whatever watches was out, the Jacobs, all that stuff. I was on that. But when I got in trouble in 2008 and I went in, I grew up a little more. So when I came home in 2012, I got to the point of I no longer want to drive my money or wear my money. I wanted to be a Scrooge McDuck. I want to see my money.
Okay.
You know?
Investments and real estate.
And I had to try to tell people that true wealth is not what you're driving or what you're wearing. It's actually how you live.
That part.
When you wake up every day and you ain't got to do nothing unconstitutional to survive, to pay your bills. You know, when my wife or my kids want to go out of town, I don't have to go and make a move. All I got to do is go get the money.
Right.
Because the money is just sitting there. So, that's the way I am, and like I say, every time I grow to a different level.
And you know what's interesting? So I've been low-key watching a little bit of your journey, and just like the motivation that you're speaking to all of us who are following you and stuff like that, and just you coming from prison, and then there's another trajectory of you.
Yes. With that, like I tell people, I understand life different now.
Okay.
I see my views different now, and it's not about me actually motivating people, because I'm basically speaking what I feel or what I've been through. It's an education. People say, man, you got knowledge and wisdom, but I tell them it's a lot of scars and backstabbing and treachery that came with this education.
That's what people don't understand. When people see people and they think that they just arrived, right? It's like you don't understand the cross that they had to bear to get where they are at this particular time.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I would never want to be someone else because I can't walk in their shoes.
Yes, but everyone has a testimony, though.
Yes.
So everyone has a testimony. I tell people that chicken and steak is cooked at different temperatures.
That part.
So your purpose in life is based on the temperature that God cooks you at.
Yes.
Because it's the same that the greatness of your blessings is going to come from the greatness of your tragedy. So that's where you got to put in perspective of understanding that every man has a purpose.
Yes.
And coming into the world, we got to understand that in the Bible it said, if you for sure love this world, you can't love me. Because to me, God placed us here to evolve.
Yes. To change.
To change. Right. But with the evolving, there's also the distractions. And if you hear people say about the sleepwalking, some people literally think you talking about sleepwalking. But no, basically what it is you're living in this world, but you're not paying attention to what's going on in this world.
I used to live in Italy, right? And when I would go back to Philly, I would be like, I'm amongst the walking dead.
Yes.
It was like the people had no purpose. They were doing the same things that they were doing like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
And for me, it was just such a turnoff. But then some people don't know that they're sleepwalking.
Yeah, they don't.
And it's like, woe is me.
Yeah.
And what I love about your story is the fact that even when you were selling, right, you always had a purpose to go higher.
Yes. I've always I set a goal.
Yeah.
I tell people I'm the type of person I focus on the end game. I'm a problem solver.
Okay.
But I'm the type of person, when I see the problem, I don't ponder on the problem. I'm going straight for the solution, regardless if it hurts me
Yes.
or if it hurts someone else. If it's for the best benefit of the situation, this is where I'm going.
Yes.
You know, so
Yes.
I look for the end. I don't ponder on the problems too much,
Yeah.
because it's a waste of energy.
You know, I was low key looking last night, and you talked about gratitude,
Yes,
right?
yes,
I love gratitude. I have a gratitude journal,
yes.
and I write at least 5 things in that journal a day that I'm grateful for. And if I feel like it's nothing tangible, whatever, I'll say, God, thank you for breath.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Simple
Thank
things.
you. Yes, simple things. You know, that's my worship right there.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, not for stuff, because what I've learned, things come and go.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But God is going to be there forever
Yes,
in your mind, and you know.
yes.
So I love that. So you had another name, Zone Phoenix.
Oh, Phoenix.
Yes.
King Phoenix.
Zing Phoenix.
King.
King Phoenix. Okay, okay,
King Phoenix, yeah.
okay. Tell me about it,
Um,
Mr. King Phoenix.
okay, when I was actually, you know, the Phoenix, I've always been fascinated with, I don't want to say myths,
Okay.
because I'm an open-minded person. You know, I read books. I love to read, but I can't read novels and stuff like that. I got to read books that I can eat from.
Yes.
You know, so I'm a self-help book type person.
Me too.
So, you know, I read a lot. I read a bunch of books: 48 Laws of Power, Art of Seduction, 33 Strategies of
Yes.
War, Sun Tzu's. I can go on and on with the type of books.
Okay.
I'm the type of person I absorb unconsciously.
Yes.
So, Phoenix, it's a story. You know the story about the Phoenix Firebird, right?
Well, I know it. The Phoenix rising.
Well, you know the story about the Phoenix is a Chinese myth about a bird that burned itself up on a pyre in a fire.
I don't know.
Okay, well, he burned himself up on a pyre after consuming himself with so much problems that he created,
Okay.
that he ended up destroying himself.
Okay.
But every 5,000 years, a new Phoenix arises.
Okay.
So it's like a rebirth.
God.
And when I got in trouble in 2008, and I went down the road in Alabama, through my progress and my growth in that journey, that voice came to me and said, "Your name is Phoenix."
Oh wow. I love
Yes,
it.
yes. And when it came to me, that's how when I came out as King Phoenix. But it's a rebirth.
Okay. Okay.
And anything could be Jesus is a phoenix.
Okay.
The sun is a phoenix.
I'm a phoenix then,
Yes,
but I'm
rebirth.
a butterfly.
Well,
Can I
that's
be a
that's
butterfly
that's
phoenix?
still the butterfly is the same thing.
Transformation.
Yeah, cocoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
I felt like I was in a cocoon. Wow.
Yeah.
Probably over 20, 30 years.
Yes, yes. Cocoon.
I started to know who I was at age 40.
Yeah.
You know, ain't that crazy?
Not really,
That's
because
late.
everybody now you can't really say that because it's God's timing.
Yes.
You can't really say that.
Right,
you know, when
right,
He's
right.
ready to grow you, He's going to grow you in His time and not your own.
Yes.
So it's really, you know, I tell people all the time, blessings has no age. You know, and with that being said, is you go to the Bible, the Abrahams, the Solomons, all these people lived to 300 years old.
Yeah.
But Abraham and Sarah was blessed in their hundreds.
When they were, old, they had that baby.
In their hundreds. So blessings has no age.
I love that because literally at age 55, I feel like the blessings are starting to really come in.
Yeah, and that's gonna be your best time. You know,
Yeah,
you know the
yeah.
thing is about embracing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you learn to embrace who you are, of course God, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying, so many things can happen to you, you know, and happen for you.
Yes.
And that's I'm a God-fearing man. I'm somewhat called I don't want to call myself a prophet, but I am a prophet
Okay.
because I've been having visions since I was 13, 14 years old.
I love that.
Yes, I've been having visions since I was 13, 14. My first vision was dreaming of my little cousin passing, Brittany.
Okay. Okay.
And like I had called my Aunt Jackie and told my Aunt Jackie, I had a dream that Brittany was in the hospital. About 2 weeks later, Brittany passed.
Wow.
That was my first vision.
Okay.
And then after that, I have visions, you know, and
Okay.
I know that I'm a man here for purpose.
Yes.
You know, and God always had His hands on me, just like I'm sitting before you right now. So it's fully understood that I'm here for a reason.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
I love that because, well, one, I love God, right?
Yes.
I might joke around, laugh, have fun, all that, but when people really, really talk to me,
Mm-hmm.
they'll know I love God. That's
Yes.
like God is number one.
That's right.
And I feel like I come from a lineage of pastors and preachers and
Mhm.
teachers and prophets and all
Mhm.
that. And then I often wonder, like, what did my ancestors look like? What were they? Because the gifting,
Mhm.
right? You have the gift.
Yeah, the gift. Everyone, really, to be honest with you, I explain to people, you know how they say that we're made in God's image.
Yes, we are.
Not physically, it's spiritually, and
Yes.
plus the gifts, and people get it misconstrued, you know what I'm saying? So basically, with us being made in God's image, we got the same powers, just
Yes.
not the amount of powers
Right,
in God. That's
right,
what
right.
manifestation is.
I truly believe in manifestation.
Yes.
You know, when I first started talking about manifesting,
Hmm.
people were like, "Oh, that's demonic." I'm
Yeah.
like, "What?"
That's the sleepwalkers.
Yeah, I'm like, "No, that's
Yeah,
power."
it is.
You know, when you can speak something and literally it come to pass.
Yes.
I'm like, I love that.
Yes.
But most people don't understand the power of the tongue.
Yes, that's true.
You know, as a former or retired dental hygienist,
Hmm.
the tongue is the strongest muscle in the body.
Hmm.
And literally, if you went to go move it, you can't move it.
Right.
You know, so that's how powerful the tongue is, even in the spiritual realm.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of kids actually living out what was spoken on their lives.
Right. I'm listening to you.
No,
That's
I
my
know your
wife's
girlfriend called.
That's my wife.
Oh, your wife called. Hey, wifey, you should have answered it.
No, I didn't say you
I said, hey, lady, what's her name?
Angela.
Hi, Angela. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So, Angela, you've been married for how long?
And my wife been together. So we met in 1997.
Oh, wow. She's a
November.
rider.
Yeah, we met in 1997.
Okay.
And we actually got together February 1998.
Okay.
And then we've been together since we separated for a little while, 2.5 years, got back together, but we've been together about 26, 27 years.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, my uncle was released from federal prison yesterday.
Uh-huh.
He served
Fred,
43
what name?
years. Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. State
Uh-huh.
prison.
Feds.
Oh, the Fed. What's
Oh
the name
yeah,
of it?
let me tell you. I don't know the name of the
Okay.
prison, but I could tell you this. I was there when he got arrested.
Okay.
He used to sell.
Okay.
So the feds came to the house. I was literally, my cousin was in a wagon. I was pulling him across the hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and the federal police freeze, and I'm like, ah! And still to this day, I know what I was wearing. Isn't that crazy about the mind?
Well, I'm they call that photogenic memory. I have that. I have a
Okay.
book coming out called Black Migo: The Rise of the Phoenix.
Congratulations.
But it starts back from my youth.
Okay.
And it's like my wife, we go through that sometime, and she be like, she can't remember nothing, but she asks me all the time, how do I
Okay.
remember that?
All right.
But I have a photogenic memory because I wake up at 3:00 every morning
Okay.
and meditate. I'm woken up.
Oh,
Let me
I
say, I
love
don't
that.
wake up. I'm woken up,
Okay.
and I have lucid dreams.
Okay.
I can
okay.
actually I journal my dreams because I remember my dreams upon waking up.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, I'm not a dreamer like you. I have certain dreams and then I'll look them up to see what's the spiritual meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Are you good with that? Like, if I told you what my dream was, would you be
Oh,
able
well,
to
can I interpret? Well, I can only give you my interpretation.
That's okay.
Because a lot of times when you have lucid dreams or dreams that has meanings, that's something for you.
Okay.
That's why I go back to say about me being a prophet.
Okay.
I used to have dreams, and I used to, see things, and I would accept the good in the dreams
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
But when I see the bad, I would try to cast them off.
I love that.
But going through this last situation, it made me understand a total different understanding. I come to grips with I am a prophet.
Okay.
but I'm a prophet for myself right now.
Okay.
You know, my dreams were warning signs to me.
Gotcha.
So now when I have dreams, in certain particular, if it's something that's disturbing, I just drop down and pray about it.
Okay.
You know, and I just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, as far as the dream, I'm not a dream interpreter.
Okay.
You know.
Because I was going to test you.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm
so
not a dream
my dream is this, and what is it? You know who you remind me of? You remind me of Farrakhan.
You know, that's what people say?
Yes, you remind me of Farrakhan. Your demeanor.
Yes.
Even the way you look.
Thank
You remind me of one of the brothers in BFM, the
BFM?
quiet one.
Which one?
One of them was real quiet.
You got T and you got Michi.
One of them was real quiet. I don't know.
Like I said, I watched a couple of episodes, but one of the episodes I seen, it threw me off, and I never watched it again.
Okay. My husband, he's real quiet too, just like, so with you being such a quiet storm, I'm gonna call you a quiet storm, right?
I've been told that before.
Is your wife more loud like me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, my wife is but she's very intelligent.
You know, I'm intelligent, so I get it.
No,
Yes.
she's very intelligent, but she's very boisterous.
Yeah.
But she's a great mother.
I love that.
And she, I mean, she's a great person.
So a lot of men, right? I feel quiet men are attracted to louder women, like more boisterous women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that to be true? Because a lot of men are like, oh, she has too much mouth. Oh, she talks too much. Like,
I can't really say that.
okay,
I tell people there's no perfect partner.
right,
You just have to find a partner that's perfect for you.
yeah.
So I can't really say about being gravitating to a loudmouth because outside of
You
my
said
wife,
a loud mouth.
well, I'm saying that because outside of my
Okay.
wife, what I deal with at home or with my wife, I won't deal with it with no one else
Okay,
because I'm not an argumentative person.
okay.
But because she's personal, intimate with me,
Yes.
it's like I have to be patient.
Okay.
But I don't have patience with everyone. And not saying I'm an impatient person. I just got a saying that I give anybody a second, very few a minute.
Okay.
When I give you that second and I listen to your mind, because that's what I'm listening to.
Right.
If it's not nothing that correlates to my understanding, then you won't. Only thing you're gonna get is cordiality out of me.
You know, my husband, again, he's very quiet,
Mm-hmm.
but he, and I always use this word even though I hate this word, he tamed me with his gentleness and his quietness.
Okay. So he led by example.
Yes, and he also taught me that, and he says this, the woman is the reflection of the man that she's with.
I mean, that's true, but then opposite attract.
Yes.
You can't have
yes.
power without a positive and a negative.
That's true, but what his energy did for me, it calmed my spirit.
Okay.
Same for you and your wife?
A real man is a protector and a provider.
Yes.
So, of course, he leads by example.
But you know, nowadays, the young men want to do 50-50.
Well, the people of these days is totally, a lot of them is lost.
Yeah.
So I can't even speak on a 50-50 situation because I'm a provider.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
I don't understand that part of the game because if you as a woman, you take care of me like I need to be taken care of.
Yes.
I tell the person I'm a big dog. I'm not a lap dog. You know,
you
give me my food.
Yes.
You can put me on the chain in the backyard. Give me my food. Give me my, my food, and make sure I'm good. You know,
Yes.
I'm gonna take care of the rest. You know what I'm saying?
I love it
because I'm not a what the word is. I'm not macho when it comes to the man situation. But I'm the type of person. I'm an independent man, and my mindset is I'm not I don't lean on a woman. You feel me?
Yes.
And what I mean by that is, I don't want to use the term. Can I cuss it?
Yeah, you can cuss. I be cussing all the time. Go
Okay, well,
cuss.
I'm not a bitch made nigga.
Okay.
Excuse
It's a
my
lot of
friend.
them out there.
Yeah, that's what these new people is.
But why do you think that these new men are like that?
Well, because they lost. I mean,
Okay.
it's lost. They lost in so many areas,
Okay.
you know. And as I spoke on one of the podcasts about the parenting, it's
Ooh.
the parents, not the children,
Yes.
because you can be a father, you can be a mother, but that don't make you a parent.
Right.
You feel
right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
Right,
So
right.
what we got now is, of course, and let me bring this back. Everything that's going on from Trump to these kids is also biblical. It's part of the signs of the time.
Okay.
In the Bible, it says in those end days, the son would spite the father and the daughter would spite the mother.
That's the word.
So what we got going on with these kids spiting their
parents.
you feel me?
Like, there's children who have killed their parents. Like, I saw something the other day where a grandchild killed the grandmother, and I'm like, what? Like, that's your grandmother.
It's amazing.
Like, and I understand because of what you just said,
Yes.
right? But I'm like, how could you? Like, that's your grandma.
Yeah.
You know, so it's sad out here. Do you plan on mentoring young men by chance?
You know what? I tell people now, before I left, I set examples.
Okay.
You know, if someone did something to me, I'm gonna set an example with you.
Okay.
But now I no longer set examples, I lead by example.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when it comes to mentoring these young men right now, my mindset is it's not so much as that I have to throw my pearls to the swine, because
Yes.
at the end of the day, it's not my job to make you a believer.
Right.
It's only my job to plant a seed.
Yes.
So go back to the give anybody a second, very few a minute. If I sit there and do that with you and you're not giving me, I don't care
Right.
if you're an old man or a kid, it's not there. You know, mentorship comes because you gotta stop and think. It's just like a drug addict.
Okay.
You can spend all the money, send them to all the out treatment, in treatment, jail, whatever, but a drug addict ain't gonna stop doing it until he's ready.
Yes.
So we take these kids in that same manner. You mentor to these kids, but when you get that kid by himself, he's gonna play like he's listening.
Right.
Soon as he go back with the pack, he's gonna go back into group thinking. So it's one of them situations you wasting your energy.
Okay.
So I only put my hand on those that listen, and I take this to be where my children.
Okay.
Me and my wife developed a parenting thing that we understand that I had to instill in my girls, because I got 5 girls and 1 boy,
that's
that
beautiful.
you are leaders.
Okay.
You don't look for a circle to join, you create your own.
Yes.
Because if you see when your dad step out and you see the respect that your dad get, understand that you are my DNA.
Right.
So by you being my DNA, that if these people walking up to me I never met in my life, a Mexican guy, a Mexican woman, and they tell you, you are a king, young man. Okay, well, if I'm a king, that makes you a queen.
Yes.
That makes
yes,
you a
yes.
future prince.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? So we instilled that in our kids.
Yes.
You know, that you are leaders.
Yes.
And my mindset was, I got 6 kids.
Okay.
So if I instill leadership in my kids, if each one of my kids grabbed 7 kids
Right.
and instill that leadership in those kids, it would spread out.
Yes.
So
yes.
that's
It's
the way I do
perpetual.
it. Yes, yeah, that's the way I look at it
love
with that.
You know, I love your parenting
Hmm.
because so many parents need to speak life into their children.
Yeah.
So I asked God for a little chocolate baby, right?
Mhm.
So I have 3 kids,
Yes,
but
amen.
my little chocolate baby is my last baby.
Yeah.
And I understood that at that time, dark-skinned children had it tough.
Mhm.
So I would always tell her how beautiful she was.
Yes.
And no one could take that from her.
That's right.
She would tell you how cute she is.
Yeah, that's what it takes. It takes instilling that morals and virtues
Yes.
into these children.
Yeah.
And that's why I say it's not the kids' fault, it's the parents' fault.
I agree. I think a lot of parents were trying to be friends.
Yes.
You know, and my kids are grown now, and they are my best friends.
Mhm.
You know, and we talk about everything.
Yes.
You know, but when they were little, I had to train them.
Yes, you did.
You know,
Yeah.
and they appreciate it.
Yeah.
They tell me now, "Thank you, Mom," because these kids out here
Yes.
are different.
Yeah, and going through the federal system, you gotta remember, I'm going through kids the same age as my kids.
Wow.
And I got kids, of course I got, all my kids made it to college.
Congrats.
My son and my oldest daughter, they kind of swayed away from the education. But
Okay.
all the rest of my kids are college graduates.
Okay.
2 of them graduated from Penn State. One is at Mitchell College in Connecticut. That's the last one. Then I got one that went to Tennessee State, and then she finished a master's at Bethune-Cookman.
Okay.
And she lives in California following her course of education.
Okay.
The one of them from Penn State, she went for forensic science.
Okay.
She moved to Philly, the one I'm
Okay,
telling about,
yes,
following her
yes.
goal. Then I got the other one from Penn, she's back home. And then my
Okay.
son is home. And then my last one is at Mitchell College, and she's
Okay.
going for psychology.
Oh, nice. We
Yeah.
need that.
Yeah,
She
so,
gonna make plenty money.
Yes.
So your
And
art.
she's also a published author. I gotta say that.
Congratulations. What's the name of her book?
Till Death Do Us Part.
Okay.
By Nanda C. Peterson.
Okay.
Yeah.
So her book, Till Death Do Us Part,
Mhm.
by Ananda Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about?
It's the when I'm sitting here talking and going through these podcasts, people want to know my outlook on what this
Okay.
event happened to me.
Okay.
Her book is basically what she went through
Okay.
in this situation in my
Oh,
absence.
wow.
Yes, they call her my mini me, which she is. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? So
okay.
yes, her book is a book of poems,
Oh,
but
nice.
it's about her grooming and growing
Okay.
in the absence of her father.
I love that. You know what's interesting? So again, my uncle served 43 years, right? But my aunt stayed, and she picked him up yesterday.
Mhm.
Like, there were so many people together, and she never dated,
Mm-hmm.
which was like amazing but interesting to me.
Mhm.
Because I have been like 43. He got triple life.
Can I answer this?
Yeah, please.
Babe, I'm in an interview.
Hi.
You hear me? Yeah. I'm in an interview. All right. Yeah, because you won't stop calling. I texted 2-3 times.
Okay. No, I understand. She wanted to hear your voice, make sure you okay. I get it. I'm a wife.
5 times?
That's okay. No, I won't do.
Well, I'm just saying that's the name of the
She loves you and she misses you and she want to make sure you're safe.
Yeah.
Okay, so wives out here, make sure your husbands are safe. Okay, if he's not answering, keep calling. Keep calling
No,
until he pick it up. Okay. And she hears your voice.
Yes. Oh my God.
That's something I would have did back in the day. So 5 times wife, right?
Yeah.
I've been married 5 times.
No, is that what that
Yes.
means? Oh my God, I thought that was I look as education.
It is.
You
It
got
was
bet-
a lot of education.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
You got better each marriage.
I did. And you know what? I learned a lot of lessons.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful for the individuals. I'm grateful for the lessons.
Mhm.
And I'm grateful for my children.
That's your testimony. That's what we were talking about
Baby,
first. That's your
baby.
testimony.
You know, and people say, or the thing used to be, what marriage you on now, right? I'd be like, number 3, number 4.
Yeah.
But 5th time is a charm.
Yes.
My longest marriage was 16 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
To a
good.
preacher.
Oh,
Oh, no, it wasn't good.
well, I'm saying
To the
16 to 16 years.
16 years to a preacher that cheated on 16 years.
Well, I mean, you're a human being.
Well, I don't care.
I know. I'm not
Are you-
glamorizing the
no,
fact.
no, are you
no.
You glamorizing him cheating. So what you saying?
What I'm saying is he's a man. So
And what you saying? So
They-
do you think men need...
no, I'm not even just speaking of man. It could be a woman. I'm saying he's a human being.
Okay, so what you're saying is
There's
basically
faults.
they're fallible.
Yes.
Okay,
what I'm saying.
because we
No.
can't really have a debate in here.
No, we're not. No, I was not bigging that up.
I was like, oh, that's not nice.
No, he's a human being.
Okay.
There's no pedestal for him.
No, and you know what's interesting? So I number my husbands, right? And I think it's 1, 2. I think number 3 I literally, he could have said jump and I would say how high. He could say the blue sky was pink and literally I'd be like, yeah, it's pink. Like I made him a god.
Yes.
You know, which was really interesting.
And what was the ending game to that?
Which one?
To that.
To that one?
Yes.
Oh, my brother beat him up real good and we both got arrested. Because I beat the mistress up and my brother beat him up and then we're in handcuffs and we went to jail.
Oh, God.
And I'm praying, God, please get me out of here. Please, I'm sorry. So I end up having to pay the restaurant because we tore up all their stuff.
Wow.
Oh, I'm a fighter. Not no more.
What is it? But
you know.
That's your testimony.
It is. So I wrote the reality show. It's coming out. Preacher's Exes of Houston.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got the franchise.
Okay.
So what I love about my testimony, that it allowed me to write a book about it and to create something. And how God spoke to you about you being a phoenix. Literally, my ex-husband had stopped paying alimony. And I just sat on the couch in Atlanta and I was like, God, what we going to do? And I heard write a reality show. And that's what I did.
Amen.
You know, I filmed it 5 times and now we're literally casting in Lagos in South Africa and then Atlanta. So, you know, you never know what God is going to do. And what I appreciate about God is that He uses our test to become our testimony, but also to make money off of it.
Yes.
You know, so whether it's writing a book, writing a movie, whatever it is, you know, God is faithful, and I appreciate that.
Amen.
So there's something called flapping flies that I do, right? So it's like, get the fuck out of here, you know, right? It's like, I take this one, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So it was a pastor. Well, it was a congregant, young man in Nigeria, gay, right? And apparently he came out. And with him coming out, like, the pastor's like just dogging him out and just being so mean to him. Like, everyone's being mean to him. And I would like to, like, just swat that pastor away because as opposed to understanding and having compassion and asking questions, now you're judging him and you're hurting him. So, you know, I'm like, whatever, dude.
Right.
So we swatting that pastor, and I wish I knew your name. I'll put it in my notes though, and but we're gonna swat him away because that's mean. What do you think?
And I said again, he's a human being. And when I say that, that's error. Because if you're a pastor and you're doing it, then are you truly a man of God?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah. It's a lot of things that you can look at in that situation and understand that, again, I tell people my relationship with God is up and down, it's not round. I don't need a pastor or a preacher or a congregation to get to God. Me and God communicate among each other. So, a lot of people that their relationship with God is round, they tend to place their pastor on a pedestal.
Always.
You feel me? So, and then when he do something wrong, they think the pastor is in error when actually they was in error for even placing him there.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say that you really, with him being that certain way, it's hard to say. Even like right now with the climate of the political situation with the president, Trump, and the Christian people that follows him. Right. Even let's go to the abortion type of stuff. I'm against them trying to tell a woman what to do with her body.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Right. Because it don't make sense to me. Because that's just like if one of my daughters got raped by someone at a young age, you're going to tell me that my daughter have to have this child? Right. You see what I'm saying? And they are. Yeah, so that's why I said, I tell people when these people got to saying that Trump was the coming to Jesus, he's the Messiah, I was like, if that is true, then I've been worshiping the wrong God.
Right. Well, to be honest, I feel like there's a black people God and a white people God. I don't feel like our God is the same. I'm just saying it sounds crazy.
And everyone has an opinion, but I say God is everyone's God.
Well, okay, I understand that God is God is universal, right? Correct.
Yeah.
It's the interpretation, because what we've been taught, they haven't been taught. But they do, we don't do.
But if we want to go to, I want to break it to the 10 Commandments.
Okay.
There's not a 10 Commandment for the white folks and a 10 Commandment for the black folks.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That 10 Commandment is for one 10 Commandment. That was the situation of the 10 Commandments. So when I go to that, it's not about being a divide with God.
Right.
It's the interpretations. Because if you take the Bible and you read a scripture, and I read that same scripture, and then your interpretation. Well, you're going to tell me your interpretation. Right. Then I'm going to tell you my interpretation. So that is what it is. It's manipulation.
And it's perspective. But there were actually 400 and something. What did you just call them?
The 10 Commandments?
Yeah, there were 400 and something commandments. And one of the commandments would even say there was a certain time you couldn't go to the bathroom and things like that. So my interpretation of the commandments was to teach people you couldn't follow them.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
And again, everything is in opinions of you know what I tell people? Morals and virtues.
Yes.
If you're based on morals and virtues, and I'm based on morals and virtues, we're going to almost do the same thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you're going to be empathetic, I'm going to be empathetic.
Yes.
I'm going to do something according to my morals, according to morals. I ain't going to say my morals, according to morals and my virtues. So that's the way I look at that situation with that is, it's a, if we look at this rug and you say it's white, I say it's cream.
Gray?
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm like white, crack, gray.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But again, it's the way you look at it. It's where your mind at.
Yeah.
You know, it's where your psyche at, where your education is at. What are you thinking? Because you take people with these conspiracy theories. You feel me? I tell people, to me, it's a difference between a smart man and an intelligent man.
Okay.
To me, a smart man is if you take a person that goes through college, do whatever they do, and he gets in his lane in the corporate world, he goes to the top of Elon Musk. But then you take a street dude and he do his thing, he do whatever, then he goes to the top in the drug game.
Right.
Those are smart men.
Okay.
But an intelligent man has the piecings of education in the books and education in the streets, but he rely more on his common sense.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So because God gave us common sense.
But a lot of people don't have common sense.
Well, that's why I'm going.
Not these days.
But that's why it's not people. A lot of people you ain't walking up to a lot of people say, "Man, you're a very intelligent man," or "You're a very intelligent woman."
A lot of people aren't street smart.
Well, but again, that's not a badge. Because if you take that, the education, the book smart ain't a badge neither.
But I think you need a combination of them all.
Well, that's why
the street and the books and whatever else you
that's
want.
why I just said about the intelligent man. That's an intelligent person.
I like intelligent people.
Yeah, well, that's what an intelligent person is.
I have a daughter. She's just book smart. She's a doctor. She's, 27?
Yeah, okay.
And she's just book smart. I'm like, no, you need to be street smart too. Like, you need to know.
Well, yeah, because you could be in a sense of naivety. You could be naive. So
I think she is in a lot of areas. She's a good girl.
Yeah, and it is what it is, because my kids like that.
Okay.
I got the 3 kids by my wife. They never seen poverty unless I was in jail. So my kids was the type of kids they roll in the hood. They locking their doors and rolling with their windows.
That was my daughter, but I taught her that, And she's like, Mom, you taught me to be afraid of black people.
Yeah, she said it like that?
Yeah, because we would go to the hood and I'd be like, lock your doors. Yeah. Like in North Philly or something. Like we didn't want to get carjacked.
That's a crazy question. I mean, that's a crazy reflection.
You think so?
Well, yes, because
she's so street now.
But you take
this one.
Because the way I look at that is ignorance is ignorance.
Okay.
Ignorance is a log.
Okay.
It could be black, white, Mexicans.
You're right.
The ignorance is ignorance.
But you know what's crazy? And I'm glad that I'm matured now and that I can see with my eyes. So, what I see regarding black people are beautiful, they're intelligent, extremely intelligent, highly favored by God.
Yes.
So, I look at us differently, not from what the media taught me to be. So now I can go in the hood. I love the hood, to be honest. I feel more comfortable in the hood. But yeah, I love us. And social media really teaches me to love us and honor us and respect us because we have some giants.
Yeah, yes we do.
Yeah, I mean, even you going up the ladder and what you did, that's a giant.
Yes, yeah, we have great people, but those are intelligent people.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's most definitely, it's understandable. And you know me, I love our people too, but I can't play the race card because I'm Creole and Cajun. I don't know if you understand the difference.
I know Beyonce is Creole.
Right, she's
What
Creole.
is Cajun?
Well, Cajun is the white people from Louisiana.
Okay.
And Creole is the black people from Louisiana. So
that's where you get the fine hair at.
My great grandfather was Cajun.
Okay.
Which is my mother's grandfather.
Okay.
So it ain't way down. It's just a generation up.
All right.
So
cool.
I tell people all the time I can't play the race card.
Okay.
You know, so
I don't play the race card.
I didn't say you was playing.
But I'm just saying I love black people.
Well, I'm just saying, I ain't say that. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, I'm just putting that on the table for me. You know, I'm putting that on the table for me.
Got you.
For me, that's.
I got white people in my family.
Well, that's why you can't just love the black people.
No,
then.
but I'm saying I see things differently.
Yeah.
You know, from what I thought growing up as a child. So I told my mother this. I was a little kid. I said, Mom, I'm going to marry me a white doctor. Where the hell did I get that from as a child? The media showed me that.
Right.
You know, as a little girl.
Right.
So I only interpreted what I saw.
I understand.
So, no, I don't play the race card, but I love my folks.
See, there you go. I didn't say you were playing the race card.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm only giving you my perspective.
Right,
Remember we said that?
Yes,
my
perspective.
Yeah,
your Cajun part.
Yeah, so, and the reason why I say that is because, I'm like the white people sometimes with our people too. These YNs are something terrible.
Okay, so regarding YNs, they've taken it and they've done something else where it's YKs, young kings.
Oh yeah.
And they're, you know.
But what are you a king of because you just out here killing with no financials?
Yeah, but it's young men staying in school and seeing a different perspective of life.
My kids are not YNs. You feel me?
Right.
My kids are children.
Right.
You feel me? They're not YNs.
Right. Neither is mine.
So correct. So that was why I'm saying that. What I'm saying is that what a lot of these young guys out there that they gave that title to, these young guys are terrible. You know, and and like I say, our kids are children.
Right.
They're not YNs.
Right.
So when we go to the young kings are children.
Right.
The ones that stand in school, stand the course. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm saying with that. You know what I'm saying?
But I think we need to have more mentors. And I know about casting the swine, casting the swine to the pearls. Is it that?
Yeah, casting your pearls to the swine.
Yeah, casting your pearls to the swine.
Because they're going to just waddle in the mud with them.
Right, but even if we could save one, you know what I'm saying?
Correct. But that's why I told you how I started raising my children.
Your children, yes.
Because I raised my children so where, like I said, each one of them grabbed 7 other kids.
Right.
Then I'm still mentoring, but I'm mentoring through my kids.
Gotcha.
So it's not that I'm not against mentoring.
Okay.
But I just came from prison, 7 years in prison amongst these young men.
Gotcha.
And that's what, like I told you when I got locked up at the place in Joe Corley, I told you I started acting up, beating up the Mexicans, then beating up the young men. Okay. Because the young men had got into the point of me mentoring them.
Gotcha.
But when I had that one, he acted like he was listening.
Okay.
But when he got back in that pack, he became a wolf.
Right.
So when he became a wolf, it educated me on what am I doing here.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because them little ones that I did educate, they disrespected me, and I had to show them, don't get it twisted. I come from where you come from.
Right.
So that's why I said about that situation is I'll input my energy into those that want to be poured into.
Right.
You know, I got a thing that I call the broken cup.
Okay.
And what it is you see something in a person they don't see in themselves, and that's a cup.
That's me.
You know, and you're pouring into this cup expecting a overflow,
Yes.
a return, but there's never going to be one because the bottom is broken.
Right.
And then when I left and came back home, instead of making them three major changes that it takes for change, people, places, and things, I went back and got them same people,
Okay.
got that bottom, put it back on that cup, put brand new tape around that cup, and got the pouring back in that cup. As soon as that new tape wore out, the bottom fell back off.
Okay.
So that's where we go
I
to,
got
even
you.
with the young men.
You know, a psychologist shared this with me just in conversation because I wonder why people don't change, right? Even when I used to pastor with my ex, same people coming up for the same prayer every week, and I'm like, come on now. So a psychologist taught me here in Houston, 90% of people will never change. 7% will change once, and 3% are constantly evolving and
Yes.
changing.
Yes, yes.
And I think we're a part of the 3%
Yeah, they're evolving.
that are changing.
And that goes back to what we was talking about, the sleepwalking.
Yes.
I bring that to going through the storm when you're going through your tragedies or your trials. Actually, the way my opinion on that is when you're going through your storm, basically you done fell asleep. That's why you're back in the storm.
Okay.
So God put you back in the storm because you done fell asleep. So you're sleepwalking. So when you're going through the storm, when you stop looking at the storm as a storm and start looking at the storm that there's a rainbow on the horizon, you get to the point of waking up.
Yes.
So the thing is when you wake back up, you're in the eye of the storm.
Okay.
And God is not going to take that storm from you just because you woke up.
Right.
So that's when you start going through the pain. And when you start going through the pain, you start going through the process.
Yes.
And the process of the pressure, which brings diamond, and the process of the fire that brings upon gold, that
Yes.
refines gold. You feel me? So you're going through that eye of the storm. So when you wake up in that eye of the storm, God say, "Now I got you up.
Yes.
But now that you up, now let me educate you."
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So you
Yes.
still got to get to the other side of that storm. So that's where I go with the sleepwalking.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? And just bringing that into that point. That's what I look at. Like I said, a lot of things I say are only my opinions
Right.
and my views.
But they make sense.
Yes.
What brings you peace?
Meditation and working out.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, very nice. So I have a book, 134 Reasons You Can't Find a Man.
Oh yeah, you
Uh-huh.
wrote it?
It's just a little
That's yours?
book, and you get the journal. Why you don't got a man?
Yes.
What number?
8.
8 New Beginnings. That's why you
See,
picked
I didn't
8.
even know. I didn't even know it. I just told you 8.
Yeah, spiritually.
That's my spiritual number.
That's right.
Yes, my spiritual number is the number 8.
Okay, so it says you want to eat out more than you can cook. So, from my understanding, a lot of young ladies don't know how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter's generations,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, "Mom, my friends don't know how to cook, or they only eat out, or so a lot of times a man, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
wants a home cooked meal, and not always spending his money
Mm-hmm.
going out and having to go to a restaurant or order something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you eat more healthy at home.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
That's not impossible in my house. My wife from Louisiana as well as
She
us.
cook all the time.
It is nothing healthy.
Oh, really?
Not unless she's on a healthy kick.
Okay.
But my people is soul food.
Now, you know what? I used to eat a lot of soul food in my other marriages,
Mm-hmm.
and I got so big and fat.
Yeah,
like
that's
literally.
what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you.
So now I eat pretty healthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
So me and my husband, for the most part, it's like salad and vegetables and fish.
Oh, that's good.
You know, well, I had to get to that point in my life.
Discipline.
So, yes, we're very disciplined.
Yes.
Probably very boring. The kids say, "You guys are boring." You know, so ask Cheron anything. You get to ask me one question. And I know a man of your caliber asking me a question is like, you know, like, what the fuck am I going to ask her?
Oh, my God.
But you can ask me something. Anything.
I don't know what to ask you.
I mean, okay, so we've been sitting here talking the whole time. I mean, I'm sure I might have said something, or you might be curious about something, or...
What made you name your podcast 5-Time Wild?
Oh, you already know the answer to that.
That was just, I found out later, you know. I found out later, but that's why I had to ask that.
Okay, wait a minute. So, well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Why is that doing that? That's a good question. Come on, and I'm doing it. There we go. So, that's a good question for my listening audience. Why did I name my podcast 5 Times Wife? Well, originally it was 50 Shades of Blue. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, you know how you just don't feel something? Mm-hmm. But I named it this, and my daughter, one of the girls, helped me. Mm-hmm. Because I've been married 5 times.
Okay.
And I think that it speaks volumes of who I am. Mm-hmm. And the fact that some people can't get married once. Mm-hmm. But I got 5 rings. You know what I'm saying? But I can teach women.
Yeah, you can.
Something.
Because that's your testimony.
It is my testimony. And a podcaster named me the Marriage Code Cracker.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I can say I'm a great wife now. Okay. I really love my husband. I like him. I'm in love with him. Mm-hmm. I like to serve him. So it's funny, the other day, one of the girls were on the phone with us. Mm-hmm. And I brought my husband his food. I said, "Oh, I'm serving your dad." Mm-hmm. Don't say that word. What do you mean you're serving? I'm like, I'm serving my man. He serves me. You don't have to say, young, you know. And I'm like, okay, when you get a man, you might serve him too. Mm-hmm. So I believe that a wife should take care of her husband.
That's right.
And that's part of my duty.
And that ain't nothing wrong with that.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong
to be honest, I enjoy seeing my husband smile. So I have to ask you one last question. Mm-hmm. So when you were away, did you get conjugal visits? Mm-mm. Like, what do men in prison do?
I mean, I was celibate.
Really?
Yes.
7 years?
Yes. I mean, you know the did I really go? I didn't even really go through the
withdrawal.
Well, I did in the beginning, but you know, when you dealing with certain things, you know, your mind wasn't even on that.
Wow.
Yeah, my mind wasn't on that. It was, and it's 7 years that I didn't have sex.
You know, I think if my husband died or something, or I think I could be celibate nowadays. I definitely can. But okay, that was interesting. Yeah. You know, I appreciate you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
When did you get home?
August 15th.
Oh my God, that's so amazing. I'm happy for your family.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you. I appreciate you for coming on here and dropping jewels. I hope that the listening audience gained a lot of wealth and a lot of knowledge. And I just want to say you rock. Yeah. You rockin'. I might have to come by your brothers and give me a little Bentley or something.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying?
You can get whatever you want.
But I appreciate everything.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And we are